Alright, so now we proceed further with our chapter area, perimeter and volume. We have solved a lot of problems from this. Now we are moving towards volume, and then in that I will be solving a few sums. Before that, I'll just solve one problem from area, so which is problem number 11, page 275. Problem number 11, page 275. So just read the problem carefully. First, you need to understand the problem carefully. Only then you will be able to solve it. I have told this many number of times. So it's more about understanding the problem rather than solving it. Because once you understand it properly, you will know what exactly you need to do to be able to solve it, right? Okay, so the question is, the front of a brick house is 10-meter wide and 6-meter high. So there's some brick house. The front part, usually the front part is a wall. So I'll just draw that. It's 10-meter wide and then 6-meter high. So the measurements are in meters. This is the front of a brick house. There are 4 windows, each 2.5 meter by 1.5 meter. There are 4 windows. I'll write one window here. And the measurement of this window, there are 4 such windows. One window is 2.5 meter by 1.5 meter. So 2.5 meter by 1.5 meter. There are 4 such windows. 2, 3 and then 4. There are 4 such windows. Now all the windows are of equal size. Next, and there is one door 2 meter by 0.8 meter. One door that is 2 meter by 0.8 meter. So 2 meter and then 0.8 meter. What area of the front is brick? So what area, this is the front, what area out of this is made of brick? That's the question. So please read the question once before you attempt this solution. Read the question that is there in the textbook clearly, and then you need to listen to my explanation. If you directly listen to my explanation, you'll be I don't think that will help you a lot. You need to understand the question and then listen to my explanation. So in case you have not read the question from the textbook, I suggest you pause the video, read the question from the textbook, and then re-watch the video again. So what area of the front is brick? Out of this, what area is made up of brick? Now here what you have to be careful is, this diagram is not too scary. It's not too scary. Okay, so what I will do is I'll find the area of this entire rectangle first. Okay, from that I will subtract, delete the area of these 4 windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 windows, and I'll remove the area of this door, because the windows and door, they are not made up of brick. The remaining portion is made up of brick. So I'll find the area of this entire wall, which is a rectangle, minus these things that I have highlighted in green. That's what I'll be doing. That gives me the answer. It's as simple as that. Okay, so area of front equals length into breadth equals 10 into 6 equals 60 meter square. We know that the measurements are in meter, therefore it is 60 meters square. Now area of one window equals again length into breadth, and that will be 2.5 into 1.5. How much is this 2.5 into 1.5? Okay, you can use a working column. 2.5 into 1.5. Your answer will actually be 3. There are how many? 2.5, 1.5. So 3.75. Okay. So the answer will actually be 3.75 meter square. Okay. You do this multiplication, you will actually get 3.75 meter square. And then area of one window is this much. Area of 4 windows will be 4 into this, 4 into 3.75, and that is how much? 0.75 into 2 gives me 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 gives me 3, 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 3 gives me 15. So you can do this multiplication in the working column. 3.75 into 4, you can do this working and you'll get your answer as 15 meters square. Next, what is the area of the door? Area of door is again 2 into 0.8, which is equal to 2 8 are 16, therefore it will be 1.6 meter square. Now area of 4 windows and area of door equals 15 plus 1.6 equals 16.6 meter square. And now we want area of brick, the front part, the area of the front part that is made up of bricks. Okay, that will be the area of the entire front part, which is 60 minus the area of windows and door put together, 16.6. This is equal to, again in the working column you can do 60 minus 16.6. 10 minus 6 is 4, and then 9 minus 6 is 3, 5 minus 1 is 4. So it is 43.4 meter square. That's it. And now we found the area of the front that is made up of bricks. So this much area consists of bricks and the remaining part is windows and doors. Now we have done other problems in this. So now we move on to this concept of volume. We have discussed this already in the previous class. So anyways, I'll just reiterate. Volume is nothing but the space occupied by an object. How much space something is occupying, that is volume. So under this we will be solving problems from the basic formula of volume. Volume is equal to length into breadth into height. And in your textbook you see instead of length sometimes he uses width. Length into width into height, both are fine, you can use any of the formula. Sorry, you can use any of the formulae. Next part is, if you observe this, if you take a cuboid, if you take a cuboid, let me say this is the length. I will call it like, say 5 meters, and this becomes the breadth, and let us say this is 2 meters, and this becomes the height. Length, breadth, I have written it here 2 meters, and then height also, let us say it is 2 meters. Now what is the volume of this? Volume is equal to length into breadth into height, which is 5 into 2 into height also is 2. So you get 5 twos are 10 into 2. This is equal to 20 meter cube. Okay, now interesting thing over here is volume can also be considered as area into height. What is the area of this? At the bottom you have a rectangle, and the same rectangle is reflected at the top. So area equals length into breadth. What is length? 5 meters, and breadth is 2 meters. 5 into 2 is 10 into 2 is equal to 20 meter cube. See here, we have volume is equal to 10 into 2. I wrote 10 into 2. What is this 10? This 10 is actually 5 into 2. And what is this 5 into 2? 5 into 2 is nothing but length into breadth. That 5 into 2 is length into breadth. And what is length into breadth? It is area. Therefore, volume can also be considered as area into height. Or if you use this logic, let us consider a rectangle. Wait, I'll redraw this. Consider a rectangle. Let us say this is 3 and this is 10 centimeters. 3 centimeters and 10 centimeters. Okay. Now, 1 second. Okay, so this is a rectangle. Okay. Now the base is not seen. I'm showing only the top view. From the top, what that cuboid looks like. Okay, the top of this cuboid is a rectangle, and this is 10 centimeter, and the other side is 3 centimeter. So from the bottom, if you see what is the height, let us say the height is 5 centimeters. So what is the area of this rectangle that you see at the top? It is 30 centimeter square, and height from the bottom, if you see the height, so this way, if you see the height, okay, let us say this height is 5 centimeter. So area into height 5 centimeter gives me 5 3s are 15, 150 centimeter cube. So therefore volume can also be taken as area into height. Okay, the problems that we'll be solving from this concept of volume is exercise 17 M I. One second, let me check. Yes, exercise 17M, 1A and 1B. We'll solve exercise 17M, 1A first. What is the problem? Find the volume of these cuboids. Find the volume of these cuboids. So 1A, the measurements are length equals 4, breadth equals 3, and height equals 3, and the measurements are in centimeter. So you can use any formula. Volume is equal to area into height, or you can use the formula volume is equal to length into breadth into height. They are eventually the same thing. Okay, so I'll just use this formula here. Length into breadth into height, 4 into 3 into 3, this is equal to 9, 3 3s are 9, 9 4s are 36, 36 centimeter cube. So the most important part, again I have told this thousands of times, please do not forget this units. You'll do all the calculations and then you will lose marks just because you forgot the units. And this is a very simple problem. If I give this problem, I'll give this for 1 mark, and you forget the unit. Because you forgot the unit, I have to cut 1 mark. So which means you do everything and then you don't get marks if you forget the unit. Next problem is 1B. 1B. Again, there's a cuboid given. Length into breadth into height. Volume is equal to 3 into 3 into 5. I'll just draw the diagram for you. You can see the textbook for the diagram, but anyway, I will draw the diagram for you. The diagram is something like this. The diagram is somewhat like this in your textbook. Okay, and then this is 3, this is 3, and the height is 5. 3, 3, and then 5. So volume is equal to length into breadth into height, 3 into 3 into 5. 3 3s are 9, 9 5s are 45 centimeter cube. 3 centimeter into 3 centimeter into 5 centimeter gives you 45 centimeter cube. Again, don't forget the units. Next, we solve 2A and 2B. 2A. What's the question for 2A? Okay, there's a tabular column given to you. You have to copy the tabular column and complete it. So out of this, so 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, I'll just solve 2A and then 2B. First, let me write the tabular column here. Okay. Length, it's in centimeter. Width, that's also in centimeter. And then height, that's also in centimeter. And then volume will be in centimeter cube. Volume will be in centimeter cube. Okay, now if length is 2, width is 6, height is 12, volume is how much? He's left this cell blank. There's nothing written in this column, in this cell under volume. So you need to find the volume. Volume is equal to length into breadth into height. So which is or length into breadth into height. Okay, equals volume. Length 2 into 6 into 12. And then what is 2 into 6 into 12? It is 12 into 12, which is 144. So it is 144 centimeter cube. And then B, he gives you length 8, width he does not give, and then height is given as 4 and the volume is 64. I need to fill this blank, fill this cell that is empty. I need to fill this. So I know that length into width into height is volume, which is 8 into width into height equals 64. How do I know it is 64? It's already given. You have 64 over here. And so 8 fours are 12 into W equals 64. W is equal to 64. Sorry, my mistake. 8 fours are 32. 8 fours are 32. 8 fours are is not 12. 8 fours are 32. 32 into W gives you 64. And width is equal to 64 by 32, which is equal to 2. 32 ones are 32 twos are. So width is 2. This is how you solve this tabular column. C and D, you can do it in your textbook itself as homework. C and D, you can do it in your textbook itself as homework. Next, we shall be solving 4A and B. There is another tabular column given. Fourth one gives you area. Area is always in centimeter square. Area, height, and then volume. Problem A, problem B, problem C, problem D. Okay, what is the area? 4, and then height he has not given here, it's left empty, and then this is 64. So I need to find the height. 4A. We know that length into width into height is volume, or area into height is also equal to volume. Area is 4 centimeters square into height, I don't know how much is it, okay, is equal to volume. Volume is 64, it's given in the tabular column already. So 4h is equal to 64, h is equal to 64 divided by 4, this is equal to 16. So it is 16 centimeters. And next B, area is 4, height is 10.4, volume he's left that blank, you need to calculate the volume. So for B we know that area into height equals volume. 4 into 10.4 should give you the volume. What is 4 into 10.4? 4 fours are 16, 1 carry, 4 zeros are 0, take that one, 4 ones are 4, 416. So you get a point here. So equals volume 41.6. 41.6. That's it. This is how you solve this tabular column. So this C and D can be done as homework. Where will you do this? You can do this in your textbook, or you can do this in your classwork, wherever you find it comfortable. I suggest you better do it in your classwork. Do this part in your classwork itself. Next we'll be solving 5C and then 5D. 5C, please see the question. He's given you a diagram. Based on this diagram, you need to solve this. So you have a cuboid which is something like this. Okay, and now the volume of this cuboid is 0.24 meter cube, and then the length he's given it as C, breadth he's given it as breadth or width, he's given it as 0.3 meters, and then height is 2 meters. Height is 2 meters. Please see the diagram in the textbook. He's not given it like that. Now I have written it like this. So what I will do is length into breadth into height is equal to volume. C into breadth 0.3 into height 2 is equal to volume, which is 0.24 meter cube. I'll just avoid writing this meter cube, just to make the calculation simple and easy. So C into what is 0.3 into 0.3 into 2 is 0.6 is equal to 0.24. C is equal to 0.24 divided by 0.6. Okay, now what I will do is C is equal to, I'll try to eliminate the decimal. I'll multiply this into 10 and the denominator also into 10. Then I get 2.4 divided by 6. You just have to find out what is 2.4 divided by 6. So use your working column. 6, I can't divide this. So, I'll just put a 0 point 64 24 0, that is it. So my answer is 0.4. And the unit, yeah, don't forget the unit. The unit should be the measurements given in the diagram. Everything is in meters. So this is not volume. We are finding the length. This distance is always in meters.